Definitely.
Yeah.
We're very involved in the research and we have a whole new movie segment like Alan talked about, and that is completely our own opinions. Apart from that, yeah, we're researching, always listening to the latest music. When we have artist interviews coming up, we come up with the questions for them, so very involved. Yeah.
Research is probably one of the main things, but also just goofing around in the office and annoying people.
Yeah, we're like the biggest distraction in the office. I feel so bad, but it's true.
If we can keep people from getting real work done, awesome. I'm not gonna lie, with the video segments that are promoting us and that you guys saw earlier, that's all the stuff that I would probably keep from people from knowing anyway. So everybody that's already gonna know. I don't want to speak for you, but I don't have much that I'm gonna hold back at all.
Yeah, I feel the same. I mean, obviously within its reasons, but it's part of the job. And I mean, I think that now the only difference is that we are on the MTV show, because in general, all of our generations are putting all their lives online. The only difference is that we have a bigger audience. Right?
Yeah, I mean, people are already doing it through social media.
More people are going to read it.
Yeah.
Talking about fun, Alan got to interview them.
Fun.
Lucky guys.
They were such cool guys, and they're one of my favorite. They're literally one of my favorite bands right now. I'm really enjoying their music. Macklemore and Lewis are independent too. I think people forget that Thrift Shop is independent. They're not under a label, but their music video was like #1 on Billboard's Hottest 100 for like 4 or 5 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
They're indie, and I love Thrift Shop. So, okay, Thrift Shop. His lyrics are awesome, right? But maybe not as meaningful. But his other song, Same Love, is extraordinarily meaningful. It talks about basically gay rights and rights for people to marry someone of the same gender. When he's not gay at all, he's perfectly straight, right? But his second biggest hit is that. Whether you like it or not, you got to respect that. I think.
Yeah, very true. Yeah. One of my favorites from them is something that is maybe not so much on their CDs, but it's called Seaside.
That's right.
She loves it. She's like,
You know it. Okay, awesome. What would I do? I think I'd be in school actually, getting my education.
And I'd be teaching her. Yeah. No, I'd be an actor or a teacher. I am an actor already, but I'd be teaching then.
Oh, food is a huge influence. I mean, as well as growing up in Singapore, you're exposed to such a huge palate, which I'm so grateful for. I am such a foodie, by the way. I'm such a foodie. My mom, like she's Peranakan. She makes the best Peranakan authentic food. Music taste, my parents weren't that big on music. I guess they stuck to their own stuff. Like my dad listens to The Who and Pink Floyd. That was his generation. My mom is a huge Beatles fan and Beach Boys fan. So, and Queen, actually.
Gotta love Queen. How did you not love Queen?
Yeah, so they're all my parents' favorite bands are part of my favorite groups as well, but they didn't influence me, like, what's it called? Like, going into deeper genres, you know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, so my parents are both American, but then culturally, my dad is Chinese American and my mom is Caucasian with lots of different European backgrounds. So music-wise, they're still very different, but probably not around cultural lines. My mom was a big folk music fan. She loved Joni Mitchell. And my dad did not. My dad was Chicago and Tower of Power, like totally different. But the cultural difference for me comes from food. With my grandparents on my dad's side and my grandparents on my mom's side. So like biscuits and gravy is my grandfather's one of his favorite dishes, right? And then on the other side, my popo was always making chow mein. So I mean, those are two very different ways to have your carbohydrates.
Biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy, man, with some sausage, some ground up. Oh, dude.
What is biscuit? Like the crackers?
Biscuit? No, see, that's the difference, right? In America, biscuit is like a flaky, croissant-y kind of muffin.
Oh, that's weird. Anyway.
No. Okay, I'm sorry.
So your parents.
She wants me to eat durian. and I don't
I
want
will
to.
make sure I catch
I
that on
don't want
camera
to.
for everyone to
I
enjoy.
want to.
Yeah.
Maybe like bringing it slowly through cake or something.
I was thinking of just not telling him and giving him a durian puff.
And I was just
but
thinking about never talking to her again.
Yeah,
so
that's kind of mean.
no, I love the food here, as I said earlier before. Love char kway teow and beef kway teow. Love the nasi padang and the getting satay and it's amazing.
God, you're making me really hungry.
Right?
Like, stop.
Right?
Well,
It's
actually,
hard.
I think since we're new, we haven't really heard much feedback to be able to compare us by. But, I grew up watching Denise and Ut, so if I was to be compared, it would be amazing if it was them, because
For sure.
I grew up watching them, so it would be a real honor.
Yeah. For me, that's hard. Back in the States, people used to say sometimes, back in America, they used to say sometimes that me being extremely quirky and goofy and weird facial expressions, that they reminded me of, or I reminded them of Ryan Reynolds. And back in the day, it was just being totally goofy and just like ridiculous.
See that.
But and not to mention, I like Ryan Reynolds' films. Like Van Wilder is like one of my favorite comedies.
Yeah.
So yeah, people have said that. It's weird.
I can totally see that.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't put it together.
I don't want you to say that ever again, Hannah.
Oh, Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. Right? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mirrors. I think I've just been listening to that entire album on repeat, so I just have to say that.
Thinking About You by Frank Ocean on Channel Orange. I love that song. Also like Lost on that album in Channel Orange with Frank Ocean. And then Locked Out of Heaven, Bruno Mars, Unorthodox Jukebox. I'm listening to that on repeat all the time. I can't wait to go back to Manila. I haven't been there with MTV, obviously, but the last time I was in Manila, I had such a great time. Everyone was so awesome.
I'd love to go to Korea, to Seoul,
Oh, yeah?
right?
Okay,
K-pop
okay.
is really picking up.
Go on with your bad
I think
self.
it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
And I hear that people party really hard over there, so that'd be really interesting.
Not that she wants to party hard or anything like that.
Nah.
Very excited. Very, very excited. Ender's Game was one of my favorite books. Actually, I like Ender's Shadow better, about Bean. Have you read it? So it's one of the...
Never read it.
Don't worry. Go read it. Enjoy yourself some Bean. But it's the second in the trilogy of Ender's Game, and it's not about Ender. It's about a kid who looked up to Ender, but who's actually smarter than Ender. Yeah, I'm very excited to see Ender's Game. I hope they'll do amazing by it.
So you want to cover it for the MTV show?
Absolutely, if we can, Dave. Yeah, if we can, I would like to cover Ender's Game. Absolutely.
Oh, I recently got hooked onto Game of Thrones.
Oh,
I know
you stole it.
I know that I'm like 2 years too late, but I finally locked down, watched all the seasons, and now I'm up to date, and I'm so hooked. It's crazy. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to give you the exact same answer Hanli did, but I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones. I think it's great.
So
I read the
excited
books.
since
And
they just came out, like the new season.
I know, and I'm so happy I just watched the seasons before this one came out,
Yeah.
because it took like a year for the new season to come out, right?
took a long
I
time.
would have forgotten everything.
I'm really glad that you caught up, so we can go out and watch the new season
It's
because
confirmed season 4 as well.
have they really?
Yeah.
You are amazing for telling me that. Thank you. What do we not agree about? We haven't really been able to agree about Nicki Minaj.
That's true.
We're kind of on two separate sides of
Yeah.
that topic.
Like, we're both able to respect her as an artist.
Yeah, we appreciate her, but I
we
think
have different tastes sometimes. Yeah.
I think she's awesome.
That leaves me with the obvious other side.
She's just not quite Hanli's taste.
Not
Did
yet.
she say that?
Not
Yeah.
yet. I'll give the girl a chance.
Give
I
her a
respect
chance.
her as an artist, though. I mean,
Yeah.
she's breaking records
Of
like
course.
no other, and that's incredible. But
What's up, guys? I'm Alan.
I'm Hanli, and we are your new hosts for the all-new
MTV show.
Yeah.
So you are watching Campus TV, your coolest choice. A show.